Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of our return to glory with Deportivo La Coruna. I'm going to make a promise right now, as I link last episode above. We are going to get on with our Football Manager content more regularly now we have a new year, my friends. Everything's a bit all over the place at the minute. For those that don't know, there's been a lot going on, basically. I've had to change everything around. My microphone arm now is a bit strange as well because I've got a new monitor mounts for my screen. Yes, it's all a bit crazy, but yeah, it's one of the reasons why a lot of stuff's been delayed. There's been just loads going on, but now we're into the new year. I'm going to be uploading the Football Manager series, both this one and the other one, a lot more regularly, so there's a lot to look forward to. Today's episode in our Deportivo La Coruna save is the beginning of a brand new season. A new challenge? Let's get into it. So we start a brand new season by taking a look at the transfers first and foremost. I'll show you the season kind of a preview, what we're expected to try and do this season and stuff like that as well. But yeah, we're basically going to take a look at what I've been up to. As you can see on the screen at the moment, there's some targets that I missed out on. I was going after some hefty players, to be fair, and yeah, being rejected left, right and centre. But let's take a look at the transfers to this point. I'm not sure if I need to go back if there was any that were done at the end of last season. I think, yeah, there are a few here actually that I probably need to talk about as far as ins, but outs not so much, just loans I believe. So yeah, we don't really need to be looking at that too much at the moment. So as far as the outs are concerned, as you can see, we've got a few loans here. We've got Mendes, Ochoa have gone out on loan. They were kind of youth academy, as was David Mellor. Max Benson's gone out on loan as well for the season. He is actually listed. I don't think he's going to be good enough for this level anymore. So I've listed him. I'm going to try and move him on. But for now, the best we could do was send him out on loan. So he's done that for the season. And then Mario Soriano is another one who's gone out on loan for the season. He's seen as having quite a bit of, a bit of a prospect. He's having a bit of a future at the football club. So I've loaned him out to get some first team experience. I don't believe he actually played all that much for us last year. No, a couple of games. But in those 2 appearances, he did get a couple of assists. So there's clearly a player in there. Leaving the club full time is Trilly. First and foremost, he was a right back. Now, I know that there's someone who's kind of watching the series who said, use him, he's really, really good. And I didn't, because he just didn't work in my system. And yeah, an offer came in from Nice of 500,000. And I actually thought it was a lot of money. Like, I thought it was, you know, a lot of money to really strongly consider for the player, and so I've sold him. Look, as you can see, he could potentially go for a bit more, but for us, that wasn't going to be the case. This was the best we can get, and I actually think we've done pretty well. And I've been playing fullbacks. Maybe I would have held on to him, but we're just not. That's not the system we're playing. And Kuki Salazar is the other guy who has left the football club. He had a bit of a torrid time last season. To be fair, only the 1 goal. We sold him for 120k. Just the 4 starts. I feel like we've really signed some better players, and you know, we wish him well. Now let's talk about the ins. As you can see, I've spent 725k. I had to be really clever with the finances. We were given about 900,000 to spend sort of on players once I'd, you know, shifted a couple of players on. It was nowhere near that amount before that, but obviously I shifted a couple of players on, and we had a little bit of money basically to spend. So the first one is Danny Lorenzo. We've bought him in from Malaga for 130,000, and he's a 20-year-old centre midfielder, seen as having, you know, a big kind of history in the game. You can see he could potentially get to about 3.5 star potential with the right training. Could even go up to a 4.5 star. So really, really good, you know, looking player, really good looking prospect. And I think he could play in a number of positions in midfield. He could play cam as well. I think it was just a really, really good piece of business to get done. And not a lot of money has been spent on the player either. And yeah, I really like the look of Danny Lorenzo. Next up is, am I in the right place? No, I need to go back again. Is Haruna Sai. He is a left back. Brought him in on a free transfer. He was released by Amiens. I decided to take a little punt on him, basically. I don't think he's going to be our starting left back. I've had to sign quite a few players like to fill kind of positions. I'm still looking at more players, but I think he's just a really solid addition. He's not kind of his best position is actually kind of probably fullback, but we play wing backs. He can play there. I think he definitely got the physicals to do it, so I thought it was a no-brainer. Next up is Morgan Gilavogiu is how I believe we are saying that. Bought in on a free transfer. A Guinean forward. I personally think he's a forward. They're saying he's an inside, forward inverted winger type player, but I actually think he will be a very good pressing forward, and that's what I'm going to use him as. And he's come in on a free, as you can see, from Paris FC. He was released. Not really a goal scorer, for them, but he might not have been playing in the position I think that he's going to be best in, as you can see, as a pressing forward. I think he's got the attributes to do it. I really do. He could do with better concentration and composure, but other than that, I think he's a pretty solid player. And for the level we're at, I think he's going to be perfect. Next up, we have spent some more money on Peru Nolascoin. 250k up front, could go to 625k. And this guy is going to be our new holding midfielder. I felt like we really needed to go out and get a proper class holding midfielder. I think Granero did a really good job last season, but we needed a step up from that, and I think we're going to get that with Peru. As you can see across the board, his attributes really good, and I don't think we've spent too much money on him either. He was listed by Bilbao, really surprised about we got him. And another player who was listed by Bilbao was Gorka Guresa, who I think is probably going to play back up to San Martino, but I think that he is definitely going to be, in and around this first team squad. Definitely going to get some games. Really good across the board. 100k, pretty low wages. I felt like it was just a really good addition to make. I've got 4 really good options up front now, and I think that was something that was really important that we did. Joe Bryan is the next one, and he's a Scottish left back. Was unbelievably available on a free transfer, this guy. He's so good. Look how good his attributes are across the board. Yes, I'm paying £14,500 a week to bring him to the football club, but he's just a level above anything else we've got. As you can see, he was on loan at Nice, released by Fulham. Yeah, it's really surprising, to be honest with you, that we've been able to get him. But I think he's just going to be a class player for us, hopefully this season. Maxime Boussi is a right wing back, I should say. We've brought him on loan with a potential to buy. If I was to go and have a look, you'll see 900k. Now, the only way we're really going to be able to buy Boussi is if we get promoted, and I don't think we really stand a chance this season at getting promoted. It's going to be really difficult, but I think he's a good looking player, really solid across the board. Definitely a step up on what we had at the football club, and we definitely needed to kind of fill that position. 23 years of age, can grow as a player as well. I think he's a really good addition for us. And then the last 2 players are loan players. I'm going to do Stefan Bajetic first. He's literally coming in as a squad player because centre-back isn't a position we are particularly strong at the moment. But yeah, I think he looks pretty good across the board. Comes in on loan from Liverpool. And then the other one is James McAtee from Manchester City, an attacking midfielder who I bought in on loan for the season. I had looked at quite a few attacking midfielders. I looked at Hannibal at Man United. I looked at Carvalho at Liverpool. Both of them rejected me. I'd kind of been keeping an eye on James McAtee as well, and he decided to come, and we're not paying any money as well to bring him on loan. So thank you, Manchester City. This is why I like you. And yeah, he looks very good. Very good across the board, and that is our transfer business all tied up. If we take a quick look at the fixtures, we only played 2 friendlies. for whatever reason, I just didn't play too many. I kind of forgot to like book them in, basically, is the problem. We drew one, we won the other, not bad. We kind of get the job done, but we are diving straight into the season, basically, as we start our season against Elche, which we're going to do today. If we head over to the competition's screen, though, I will just do a season preview and show you that they have predicted, the media, that we could potentially finish 12th. So that's very much safely, staying in the division, but nowhere near the playoff positions. And I probably think that's about right. We didn't have a lot of money. We've not really been able to strengthen the squad that well. But I think that we are kind of there or thereabouts. We've got a few players that could definitely kind of do a job in the league. But if you're kind of looking at some of the other teams around us, Elche, Huesca, Las Palmas, they're kind of the teams to watch this season. In my opinion, I think they've got some really, really good players that they've brought in. As you can see, the favourites, Elche, Valladolid and Eibar, Mallorca are up there as well. The three relegated teams are kind of tipped to kind of be in and around it to go straight back up. A quick look at the squad, gang, and this is kind of how it's looking now that we've filled it out. I do need to bring a goalkeeper in because Mackay left on a free transfer, so we do need to look at a goalkeeper. We've got Danny Bossia, who I believe I might have signed at the tail end of last season. But he wasn't covered in the transfers for whatever reason. But he's another kind of centre-back, young centre-back who we are kind of keeping an eye on, who I think could be decent. Actually, I don't think he was signed. He was in the academy. That's what it was. Yeah, he was in the academy. So he's been promoted. But yeah, all the other, players are there or thereabouts. They're in the team. Santa Maria, not San Martino, as I said. Gorka Santa Maria is probably going to be the go-to striker alongside Gulevoglu this season. And you'll take a look at that in a moment. I think the club visions have slightly changed for this year. They want us to play defensively solid, direct and counter-attacking football. And I'm going to throw it out there now. It's just not going to happen because that's not how I play the game. So that's just one of those things, gang. It's just not happening, all right? Finances, just under 8 million in the bank. We're looking pretty good. I think we're in a good spot. If we're looking at dynamics, the squad happiness is there as well. I think we're ready to get going for a brand new season. So this is the La Liga Smart Bank, so the second division in Spain. And we are taking on the favourites to go up this season in our first game in Elche. So let's do it, shall we? Let's see what we can make happen in this first game. And this is the team that I'm going to go with to try and get the big W. So we're going to go with Bellman in goal, Martinez and Tashi at centre-back. We are going to go with Brian, Nalascoin, Busi in the positions just in front of the two centre-backs. We're going to go Alabi and Alex Lopez in midfield. We've got a couple of players just coming back from fitness. Villares is one of them. We're going to go with McAtee in the attacking midfield up position. And like I've already said, Gilevoglu and Santa Maria are going to play up top. Here we go, my friends. It is time for a brand new season. I'm buzzing for this, absolutely buzzing for it. Let's just get rid of that. Oh my God, ball over the top. They were already in. The touch was phenomenal as well, to be fair. I'm just hoping and praying that we can get the result that we need in this game. I'm hoping that everything's loud enough, you can hear me and whatever. Like I say, I've been having a mooch about with everything. I've moved everything about, and so everything's a bit strange at the minute. As you can see, though, very early doors in the game, and they are coming forward. It's always a worry. They're in, and was that a save by Bellman? Because if it was, that is a phenomenal piece of goalkeeping, it does have to be said. Really, really top-class goalkeeping from Bellman. Ball coming in now, and that's well saved by him again. We are under the cosh in the first 10 minutes, aren't we? I kind of expected this to be the case, though, because this is a brand new division, and this is a big step up in quality. I just want you all to understand that. Last season, we kind of, we should have walked the league a lot easier than we did, to be fair. We probably should have won it at a canter, but we didn't. And we go again this year. But yeah, the level really, really steps up. Ball coming in. Nothing's going to come of that, and they're just going to hit us on the counter. Again, they seem to be very, very good at this. There's so much space. The other thing as well is this tactic going to work in this division? And Ezekiel Ponce has basically said, no, 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 sir, it is not going to work. Wow, okay. It's very open, this tactic. This is the issue with it. It kind of worked for us last year in a lesser division, but whether or not it's going to work in basically La Liga 2, we are going to find out together as Alabi now picks the ball up. He's into McAtee, now into Santa Maria, into Gilavoglu, into Santa Maria. It's into Brian. This is a much better football. And there we go. It's James McAtee with the first goal of a brand new season for Deportivo La Coruna in the La Liga Smartbank division. That is what you want to see. Very good play. I believe that's an assist for Brian as well. And I said he was going to be class for us. I basically was really looking for just wing backs that were a lot more athletic and had technical ability. That's really what I wanted, because the issue you have when you play wing backs, well, what I've found, because I don't usually play them, I will finish this point in a minute because they are in and they're gonna score. We do look open. We do look very open at the back. The issue with the wing backs is not only do they need to be pretty good at defending, but they need to be very good at attacking as well. And I don't think we had that in abundance last year. Busi with the throw-in into a Larby. That's good. That was good. And that's unlucky. You could see what he wanted. Just the run wasn't anticipated. The runner didn't anticipate the pass, is what I should say. And they're in again. They're just hitting us on the counter-attack. And it's all a little bit too easy at the minute. And Martinez defends that well. But we just panic. We've panicked there. That's something I've noticed as well, is like when we do panic in defence, we just rose edit and hope for the best. Good header from Tashi, but this is, the worrying thing is that this is still going, this highlight, and there's a ball, it's coming in, and it is over the bar. But they do look very good on the attack, don't they? But they've just been relegated from La Liga, so should we really be that surprised that they're that good going forward? They obviously had to have something about them to be, decent in that division. That's it's a big old, division in Europe, isn't it? To be fair. So yeah, I'm really not too surprised. Here we go. The ball comes out wide into Brian. Where's he going to go with this? He kind of, he got a bit stuck there, didn't he? Receives it back. It's into Martinez, Alabi. That's good. It's into McAtee. I think we've got a brand new hero at Deportivo La Coruna as James McAtee scores his second of the game. What a goal. He looks a very good player that we've picked up. Now, I know a little bit about him, obviously, in real life. And, I always pick up these Man City youngsters in my saves and they always do a job. That's a very cheeky free kick. That's well defended by Brian. He's on the wrong side of the football pitch. Oh my God, how have you managed to just kick it against your teammate? Oh, thank God for Bellman in goal. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's don't know what to do here. Gonna bring Danny Lorenzo on. Wasn't too happy with Lopez's work in that first half. So let's bring Lorenzo on. He's the new guy that we've just picked up. But yeah, the Man City youngsters, I always have a tendency to kind of pick them up. We had Howard Bellis, didn't we, with the Palermo problem quite a few years back. But they've got a free kick and that free kick gets buried. I feel like they go in a lot more often than not now, those free kicks. Something I've really noticed on this year's FM is those ones that are pretty close, rarely do they fly over the bar anymore. I'm going to bring Santa Maria off for I've got to get this guy's name right. Guruzeta, I believe is how we're saying that. I'm awful with the names, as you all know. Anyone that's been watching the Football Manager content on this channel long enough knows I butcher everybody's name, even the names that I know. It's just how it is, okay? But it is 3-2, and the reason I'm not losing the plot, gang, is we're not expected to beat the favourites to win the league. That's another shot for them, and that's gone wide. They've had 18 shots in this game. It's phenomenal, to be fair. It really is phenomenal. But we're still in it. We are still in it. It's just one goal that separates the two teams. So Busi now with the ball. Into McAtee. That's lovely from him, straight into Nanaskoyen. He goes wide into Busi. That was a nice switch of play. Into Lorenzo. Back to Busi. Driving forward. It's in to McAtee. Oh, I thought McAtee was going to score, but he's not going to matter. Glisgolovoshu on debut as well. It's 3-3 in the game. Get in there. Yeah, we do need to do that. I do need to do that. Nope. Yep. 3-3. Come on, there's 10 minutes to go. Can we win this? We've shown some heart and some fight. Yeah. Yep. Just wanted to get that done. They're good. We need to stay on top of that this season, I think. Not long to go. Yeah, I'm going to bring Granero on. I think that the time is now to kind of basically play for the point. I've no shame in it. As a Larby with the free kick. It's come out to Busi now. He's going to come back to Alabi. That's into Brian. Oh, have we won it? Have we won it? Gilavoju, get in there. Please let this stand. Yes, it did stand. I thought it was going to VAR. Come on. I know this is just first game of the season, but get in there. Come on. Well, I tell you something. My heart hurts. That was an unbelievable game. We've come away with the victory. We've beat the favourites to go up. And I'm absolutely buzzing, to be honest with you. Now, where we are going to bring this back, we're literally going to play a couple of games. I'm going to play Oviedo, I'm going to play Zaragoza, and then we'll come back for Lujo. And I think the reason I'm going to do that is the transfer window will close. I'm still looking to bring players in that are going to make us better. So yeah, I think then the transfer window's closed. I can get you up to date, and then we can really crack on with the season then. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be alternating the two Football Manager series on a daily basis now that we're into the new year and I'm kind of a bit more set. So you're obviously getting Deportivo today. Tomorrow will be Project Alpine, and then so on and so on. Just going to alternate on the days. There won't be videos going out on Saturdays. That's just a no-go on the channel. If you are new and you're enjoying all the content, we don't pump videos out on Saturdays, but every other day there is some content on the channel. So just be sure to hit that bell notification button to make sure you never miss any of the uploads on the channel. But yeah, that's what we will do. So a quick look at the league table, and we are top. Obviously, nobody else has played because we were the earliest to kick off in the game, along with Leganes and Racing Santander, but they drew their game. But yeah, what a debut for those two players, getting the goals and 2 assists for Joe Bryan as well. Absolutely sensational start to a brand new season, and I can only hope and keep everything crossed that the rest of this season follows suit. And so there you have it, my friends. We are done and dusted for the first episode in a brand new season with Deportivo La Coruna. Very much enjoyed that. Be sure to check back if you want to see more of this series in a couple of days' time when the next episode will be out. But check back tomorrow when the next episode of Project Alpine begins, my friends. Do not miss it. But until then, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoying the content. But until next time, I salute you all. Stay safe, stay humble. See you next time.